This week's film is a story about a young couple that stitches a happily ever after. Hello and welcome to Talkietive Reviews, the 5 good things, where every week we tell you about a new film. And today we are talking about the film Sui Dhaaga. Yes, Sui Dhaaga it is. Sharat Katariya, the writer and director of this film, has impressed us earlier with Dum Laga Ke Haisha, which was about an overweight yet intelligent girl who gets married to a not so intelligent and semi-educated guy and the challenges that it poses in their relationship. Well, this one is a little different and yet it's a little similar because once again there is Mamta, the intelligent girl, and Moji, the not so intelligent guy but very sweet, very sincere and simple hearted, and then the struggles that they face and how they take their story forward and make things better for themselves. I love that Sharat is putting the idea of girls being smarter right out there. That's fabulous. What do you think, Akhil?
I have to agree with that because I'm the only man over here.
Absolutely. Smart choice. I can see that we are making a good influence on you.
Okay.
Well, that is one part of it. But the story, again, a little different because this is not your typical relationship story.
Yes.
It's a bit of an underdog story. It's set in the lower middle class milieu. It doesn't have the glamorous settings of other small town stories. It's not a crime saga. So it's a difficult one to pull off. But I think Sharat does a good job of it.
Yeah. So I'm a college student.
Mm-hmm.
So I know at some part of time, like I have to search for jobs.
Right.
Usually in movies we can see heroes go for job interviews and they get job easily. But in this movie, like I can see the hero, he struggles for what he wants to be. That's the reality actually, and I can connect with it actually.
Absolutely. That's a different layer that he brings, you know, that whole thought that they put out, like from being unemployed to being self-employed.
Yeah, like in most of the films we see that boy meets girl, they get married and live happily ever after. But over here we get to see the struggles of a married couple.
Yeah, I mean, there's the struggle of the married couple, there is the struggle of unemployment, getting, a better deal in life and all kinds of things. And yet it holds together. So obviously that's a good different story right out there. Now with a story like this, it's very difficult to pull it off. Like we've spoken about this earlier as well, that these middle class stories, which are not about crime, which are not these romantic comedies or high drama, high family dramas, it's a difficult world to create, and the production design team under Meenal Agarwal I think does a fine job of it.
Yes.
Because it, the story is set in the suburbs of Delhi, and we've seen so many of these movies set in Delhi, in the north, Agra, Kanpur and what have you. So to make it look different, not too glamorous, not too predictable and not too dull and dreary. So the production design team certainly deserves a shout out for that. Which brings me to the performances. Now the two central protagonists of this particular film, Mamta played by Anushka Sharma and Moji played by Varun Dhawan, both are very good as the characters that they portray. Anushka is somebody that we've seen as this very glamorous character in most of her films, and even when she's playing the girl next door, she's a lot more sophisticated and urbane. In this one, you see her in a completely different avatar where she's docile, she's completely de-glammed as this housewife, and that's quite a surprise turn, and I must say she does a very fine job of it.
Yeah, like I totally agree with you. In one of the scenes when Varun Dhawan is having a fight with his father, she's quietly standing in one corner, and like till now I have seen her doing bubbly and confident roles, so it was very different for me.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, I know that women are the flavor of the season, but I want to know about Varun Dhawan. What do you feel about his performance? I liked it.
Absolutely. Varun was another surprise package in this film because we've seen him play the flamboyant superstar and he's very good with that. This role, however, is not like typically heroic, it's a more vulnerable sort of role, and like I said, he's the underdog. So it's a difficult one to pull off, and I think Varun comes across as really sincere and very good. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
And now, last but not the least, I would like to talk about the direction in the film. Sharat Katariya, who is the director of the film as well, is obviously an emerging talent. He has a flair for telling us these unusual stories. and unusual stories are always hard, as we just discussed. It's great that he's putting himself out there and bringing to the world these little oddball stories about the unsung heroes and unsung issues also. So yes, I would look out for a lot more stuff coming from him. So those were the 5 good things from us this week. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to us, and follow us on social media. Thank you.